All right, bye. I'm your host, DJ JAXCIN.
This is Carlos, the director.
BROADWAY, LOUIE.
And we're on the
Jax Local Radio Show.
Let's get it.
This time, everything is about to change. Coming soon.
And you're now tuned in to the Jax Local Radio Show. Jax Local Radio Show. Jax Local Radio Show. Jax Local Radio Show. All right, everybody, welcome back.
Let's go.
We got Carlos, director, and BROADWAY LOUIE in the house.
Right.
Can you guys tell me a little about yourself? Like, born and raised. We'll start with you, Carlos.
I was actually born in Lakeland, Florida, 1988. About to hit 32 next month, actually. But I've always been a Florida person. Pretty much grew up in Jacksonville. Like, I came to Jacksonville when I was still a baby. So Jacksonville is kind of like my home. But other than that, I'm currently in Orlando now. But as far as most of my years, definitely Jacksonville.
What about you, BROADWAY LOUIE?
Yeah, I'm from Paterson, New Jersey, and I'm an 80s baby also. I'm also from North Carolina. They'd probably be kind of upset if I didn't mention them. So
Hold up.
I say New Jersey, and by the way, in North Carolina, but yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
All right. So, Carlos, when's the first time you started getting involved in, like, music and the television and, like, the whole dream of being in videography, making films? Did it start with films or did it start with, like, music videos? I mean,
It was more so on the vlog side, if anything. So, I mean, like, this was back in high school, like 2006. That's kind of when I started doing everything. More so of me recording my friends just hanging out for the most part. And it kind of grew to something different because I knew it was something I enjoyed doing because even when I was just making silly videos, I still enjoyed every minute of doing it. So, but from that point on, I mean, this is kind of where I'm at now with it. And, yeah, that's but it was something. But to add on to that though, that's something I've always wanted to do, like when I was like a kid. So
and vlogging is just like little short films, or
it's more so of like you know how
these
Video
skits?
blogs.
yeah, like blogs basically. Yeah,
Video blogs.
yeah. So it more so was like documentary vlog type of
Right.
stuff, and then it kind of turned into like I was doing like club videos, and then it kind of turned into music videos, and the short it kind of like gradually. Like kind of graduated by each step, so that's kind of how it grew.
Lucky.
BROADWAY LOUIE, when did you felt like start acting and all that stuff? I mean, was it the beginning of this movie beginning of that career, or you used to doing it before? And
No, I kind of started like I did like plays and stuff growing up as a kid, and I always like anybody would tell you in my family, I knew Friday word by word. Damn! Chris Tucker, Eddie Murphy, a lot of those guys, like they helped mold my idea of fun as a child. So growing up, when I got out of the military, thinking about what I wanted to do in life, I wanted to enjoy and do something that I would actually want to do, not just like get paid a check, this and that and third. I really do enjoy acting, so I went to film school after I got out of the military, and that's actually where it started at, going to film school when I got out of the military, and I just went from there. I went to actually shoot music videos, like I wanted to be a videographer, but being there, other students just kept saying, hey, you belong in front of the camera and this and that and third, so I was like, all right, well, let me see, and I started doing parts here and there, and that led me here.
And Carlos, is this like the first movie you shot, or like full-fledged movie? Or?
Technically, this is my fourth one. Now the first two I did was like my experimental ones. This is kind of like getting my foot in the door with it and see what I was capable of doing. And then the last one we did, which was the original Soul Hood project, 3 years ago now, just about, which is crazy. But
Was Louis BROADWAY in any of the other movies?
he was in he was
First Soul Hood.
he was in the original Soul Hood, and then remember that short that web series with Todd Jackson. The
Off season.
Yeah,
Off season.
I think
So actually the first time Was off season the first time? Or was it Soul Hood first time?
I think it was off season. Yeah.
So off season was the first time I worked with Los. Was shout out to Ty Jackson.
Shout out to Ty Jackson.
I played what was it, Chase? I played like a reporter.
Yeah.
And and then from there, I was like doing my touring and traveling, performing, and he had the casting call, and I came back and was like, "Yo, man, I really want a part." And then he let me do like an audition, like a special audition with him and was it Chino?
Yeah, it was yeah.
Chino, the music.
Chino.
The music the executive producer that produced the album for this first movie. They was there at the audition and just like, you know, Los was like, "Yeah, man, I kind of think I want you for this part."
That's what I'm talking about.
Hey, you do me a favor real quick while we're on, you know, we didn't really address it in the beginning. Tell them about the movie.
Okay.
What its title, what it's about, when it's coming out. It's going to be in the theaters.
Okay.
And you just got done finished shooting it and edited it and everything.
It's a work in progress. So before I even get into the basics of that, like we're actually wrapping up everything this weekend. So that's a, you know, a thing within itself. Yeah. Yeah, but it's good. It's good to finally say that, you know. But the film itself, now it is based on the original Soul Hood that we did. It's not a direct sequel per se, but the similarities between the two films is the name, obviously, and a lot of most of the characters are reprising their roles. But it's kind of a rehashing of a storyline. So, but the main basis of that is kind of like, you know, me and him, we two good friends that's just trying to chase our dream, and then we also got these two other guys, Luke Hills and Lee Hills, his brother. That's like the rivals. They're like the rivals that are always trying to start trouble. Mm-hmm. So the story, it's kind of like two separate storylines, like between our characters and their characters, like the antagonists. And but the whole message, but there's a lot of messages behind it, like, you know, following your dream and
two storylines that meet though.
Exactly.
They meet at the end. So
right.
Yep.
I don't want nobody to get that confused. They're two different storylines, but they meet at the end. So.
Exactly.
And it did start from the first film. So like the first film, if you've seen the first film, they were like the villain. Like Luke Hill was the villain of the first film, and with this film, it's kind of like, you know, Thanos is here. And Luke Hill was just, you know, he was just low key.
Right.
You know,
yeah.
That's kind of like the similarities between if I was to compare, and you know, this one I just feel like it's a lot more. Like we learned our lesson the first time around, like what we shouldn't do, and how professional we should take it. And even though the first one was great, you know, we sold out recently with 2 showings, exclusive showings, so it was a good one, but. This one is just like more action. It's more live. We got fights. You know, it's like we really put a lot of extra work into it.
Right. That's the way. I mean, almost in everything, practice makes perfect. You know what I mean?
Right. Absolutely.
So I mean, do it. How far? Like, let's say you rate your movie, the first movie, like a 2. You know what I'm saying? That's probably not the right way to say it, but you know what I'm saying. Like, how far you think you progressed?
You can do it.
You know what I'm saying? And learned from the first to the last now.
It's like, oh man, I almost can't find a word to describe it. It's literally like
night and day and
growth. Yeah, perfect. That's a perfect word. Growth. That's it. It's definitely growth. But if I were to put it into some type of words, it's definitely like, yeah, growth is definitely a big one right there, because it's like, if you were to watch, if you've seen the original one and then you see the new one that's coming out, it's like literally, it almost doesn't look like related in a sense.
like a different film
It's
director
like a whole
and
different film
everything.
altogether. Because it's like the original was like more so of a drama, and then this is like an action drama, so it kind of involved something bigger. So that's kind of how I see it. So.
Do you have any kind of clip you want to show right now? Or?
I got a couple. You know, we got like
the special delivery.
Yeah, we do got one where the brothers meet, Luke Hills. So like Luke Hills again, like he was saying, he was like the villain of the original. And basically, he brings his brother to kind of like handle some business basically. So it's like a small clip of them kind of meeting up, and then there's another one we did. I got like some small teasers that's kind of leading up to the final trailer as well. So I got some.
So we'll check those out.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
During this podcast.
Yes, sir.
So this one is with Luke Hill.
Yeah. So one of the clips is Luke Hills. It's like I said. Now, I'm gonna step back for a little bit on this because I also did a short film called Luke Hills based on the antagonist of the original. It kind of follows his backstory of why the way he is. And interestingly enough, Soulhood Prime is gonna pick up where that short film left off. So it's gonna be like but they do both work as standalones. I will say that. But if anyone were to go watch the short film, it's actually it's on my YouTube actually. People would appreciate it more because it's like, oh wow, I see what you're doing there. But yeah, it's like one of those interesting guys as well. So I wanted to make a film that the protagonist and the antagonist were both interesting characters. So that's what I wanted to do with that specifically.
All right, you're about to see the exclusive right here.
Let's go.
Let's get it.
Long time, brother.
Oh yeah, been a minute.
You sharp.
Yeah, you know, I try a little bit.
You got some business to handle. Ready?
Yeah, that's the word. Let's do it.
The Jacksonville premiere will be February 20th. My birthday will be February 21st. And the Orlando premiere for Soulhood Prime is February 22nd. So it's going to be not only that we're having a double premiere in the same weekend, we're also celebrating my birthday too. So it's going to be an epic weekend. Stay tuned for details. Get your tickets now.
All right, that was awesome. I like the little all the background and all that stuff. The visuals is really tight.
Oh man, I definitely appreciate it, man. It's a quick scene, but it was like a real good visual too. So, but yeah, man, y'all go.
Y'all ready for this?
Yeah, let's see it.
How many locations do you think you shot at?
Ooh, man.
We went to Miami. We went to New York on this one.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
What you got?
In the original, we also got Atlanta in the original.
Oh yeah, Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
In the first one.
Mm-hmm.
There's been a few different locations for it.
I mean, to drive all the way up to New York, he flew.
Yeah, I flew to New York.
He flew for the first time.
First time flying to New York.
Yeah.
just to get a shot.
Right.
I mean,
Sacrifice.
I mean, what was you? What brought you to New York? Like, you already seen something that you wanted in there?
Well, to be honest with you, I was okay. So I was actually like celebrating anniversary at the time. So that's what I was actually doing. But then I was like, wait, I'm going to New York. I got to make something happen.
Lucky.
So that's what it turned into. I was like, because I mean, you know, that adds production value.
Right.
To have stuff like New York, and so I wanted to take that opportunity because I mean, when next time I'm going to New York? So
Right.
That's why I made the best out of it.
That's what I'm talking about.
Your character is DJ, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And how do you relate to DJ?
DJ, pretty much a lot of ways because I have him as a director, almost playing myself in a sense. But I
Definitely playing himself.
definitely playing myself. But the biggest difference is the situations that
Right.
my character's going through because I write these based on situations I've actually seen happen, and if I were to go through those situations, how would I react to it? So it's kind of a lot of like what if moments within my character. So that's basically what I'm just telling everybody. That's basically how I'm showing my part of how I would handle the situation, the places I would go to, how I would handle them, how I would react to things. So that's kind of where it really is based off of.
Your Broadway Louie, your character is Rick.
Yeah, Rick.
And how do you relate to that character?
I mean, other than him being a pretty swell fellow, you know,
Right.
The movie's most eligible bachelor. You know what I mean? Other than that, he's just like his mindset, the way he's driven, he's determined. He's like the headstrong person of the group. Los will tell you, behind the scenes, I'm pretty headstrong. I'm like the voice when Los wants to, you know.
So you kind of like a mentor in the movie of somebody?
Yeah, I mean, I'm the mentor. I'm the mentor of Mike, but I'm also kind of like the team coach. Like as far as me and DJ goes, like when things need to get back down to earth, I'm kind of the person that, hey, we need to get this together. I'm the one that no holds barred. I'm gonna say exactly what needs to be said, regardless of how everybody feels. I think that's kind of like close to how I am in real life. I'm just a little bit more considerate.
Fair deal.
So, I hear that you got this premiered in like 2 cities.
Hold up.
Oh yeah, yes sir. So
That's what I'm talking about.
now that was just because with the original Soul Hood we did in 2017, that the bar was set hard from that night.
I want to let them know there was a Soul Hood,
Yeah,
and this is Soul Hood Prime.
correct.
Sequel.
Yes sir. So the way,
Sequel of sorts.
it's related. It's still related, definitely.
Yeah.
I got
It's
some,
the same universe.
exactly. I got like some callbacks on it too. Actually, that's gonna so those that seen the original is gonna pick up from it. But back to the
Premiere.
Yeah, the thing was
And the 2 cities were.
So we got Jacksonville and Orlando.
Orlando.
Yeah, man. So and that came about just because I live in Orlando now. I grew up in Jacksonville, so I'm still gonna do Jacksonville things. But since Orlando's my home now, I wanted to just take that opportunity to be like, you know what? Let me just expand the horizons a bit because again, the bar was set so hard with the last one. So it's like, how am I gonna do it bigger than that? So it's like that was the first thing I thought of. I was like, okay. So I reached out to some theaters, and then I ended up getting the Ezion Theater for Orlando. And of course AMC again, we had to go back there because it was a great turnout. And then we just and just based out on the line, we wanted to really treat this movie like we want to show that this movie does deserve to be like out there to the people. So we want to do as much as we can to push this one out.
As we go a little something like this. Hit it!
I forget what they call those independent films.
You can do it!
You send it to the
Do it!
Sundance. I was trying to say Sunflower. I know that's not
Film
right.
Festival. You got Sundance. You got even South by Southwest has a film section now. So
Right.
yeah, it's a
So
lot.
I mean, you submitting this to any of those?
That is the plan. Because it's really, honestly, it's not hard to do so. It's just more of catching them in the deadline time. So with me finally, we're finally coming to a close of this production. This would be my point of time where I need to look for deadlines and some festivals even have like early birds where you can just do it months ahead of time. So that's my next goal. Just kind of like start looking up the film festivals. But fortunately, we had our trailer played at the LOUIE Film Festival as well back in August. So that was just an experience because I've never had any project in a film festival, honestly. So even if it was a trailer playing, it still was an experience for me because I was like, okay, I see what the process of having your project there would be like. So me getting a taste of that, I get to. Now it kind of like makes me want to really look out more and see what else is out there.
And you said this is going to come out in the theaters in Jacksonville in
February 20th.
Yep.
February
20th in Orlando. On
What
February
time? Is there a
22nd.
certain time?
The Jacksonville one, the Jacksonville's gonna be at 8 o'clock. That's when we're doing our red carpet.
Be on time.
Yeah, exactly. Be on time. Pictures, videos, everything gonna be out there. So
Say it again. Where is it at again?
AMC Regency 24.
There we go.
Yes, sir, for Jacksonville. And Orlando's Ezion Theater, which is
It's my mama's
ENZI.
birthday.
Mom birthday. Ezion Theater with ENZIAN. And that's for Orlando. Now that's gonna be like a daytime. Now that one's starting like super early, like 11:30 early. But we red carpeting for that too. We're working on getting after parties and all that good stuff. So we really want to like celebrate this. This is a big thing for everybody. That's my birthday's on the 21st in between those 2 days. So it's really we're celebrating the accomplishment, the birthday, just everything involved.
This is great for the city of Jax too.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Bring film back here.
Yeah,
Facts.
you got artists that want to get out of Jax, music artists. You got film artists, models, singers, all of them. So I mean, this is
a
guys
thriving
taking
city.
the next step, trying to get out of the city and blow up the city and try to put us on the map. So,
Right.
Speaking of which, download my album Growth.
Facts.
Oh, and so let's say you do the movie and everything, and what platforms? Let's say I want to buy it. You know what I mean? I want to watch it. I want to keep it for my sake. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Is there gonna be a DVD? Is there gonna be a platform I can watch it at?
My plan is Amazon Prime. That's like you gotta work your way up. So Amazon Prime is definitely one of those platforms I want to get it on, like the digital platform. Definitely still want to do like physical copies in the long run as well. So
You said you did DVDs for the last one.
DVDs
Still got them.
still got them. Yep,
How much are they going for? So they,
like 10 right now. Yep.
all right, you can hit Carlos, the director, on Facebook.
Or get Louie up. Either or.
You can hit me up. I get them to you faster.
And the subscriptions or the links will be in the description below.
Absolutely.
So you can hit them up and get those DVDs. So this next clip we got, what is Rick?
Mr. Rick.
Mr. Rick at night.
Yes, sir.
I think the clip we about to play is the clip with me and Mike.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so like we were speaking about earlier, I am like a mentor. So this cut just is showing a part of that mentor phase where I'm trying to be that older guy to give him some good knowledge about where he's headed.
All right, let's check it out. Jack's local radio show.
Yeah,
let's go.
So Hood Prime. Here's a little clip.
Everybody get up, make some noise!
Yeah, man. What's going on, man? I think we really got what it takes to get to the championship this year, man. I mean, got a nice team, but what's up with your boy Mike, though, man?
I don't know, man. He seems to be losing his flow a little bit, going through a struggle. But I'm gonna talk to him after he's done with this workout. See what he's going through.
Okay. I mean, I really think he got what it takes to get us over the hump, man, and take us to the championship. But yeah definitely talk to him, man.
Super talented. Just gotta clear his mind. I'll let you after you done though.
Okay. Let me know.
Yeah, that was out. Be safe.
Your turn.
Shoot, I'm out this thing.
Are you serious right now?
Yeah, I got studio.
I'm sliding with us. Oh, it's like that. It's like that. Give me my ball, man. I'll go. Y'all don't take nothing serious. I just gotta do it by myself, huh?
Hey, what's up, kid?
Nothing, Rick. Trying to get these shots back up, man.
I see you, man. You don't look like you're doing too well, though. What's going on, man? You got something on your mind?
I was nervous. I mean, about this season. I don't know if I'm gonna still be number one. It's just a lot on my plate right now.
I can understand that. Are you using the people that's in your corner? Coach? Family?
Sometimes, I mean, some things going one ear out the other. Some things I pay attention to. It's just hard.
Tell you the truth, man. 10 years of playing ball. I know all about it. But if it's one thing I know, you got to have a backup plan. You got one?
I don't know, Rick. That's all I know. This ball since I was a little boy.
Yeah, what you think I know, but I know all about it too. But, on another note, we can't leave this court till you make a shot, buddy.
Are you serious? Yes, sir. You've been shooting all day.
It don't matter. Let's get to it. You going to shoot some?
All right, welcome back. That was a clip from Broadway Louie playing Rick.
Man. Yeah, man.
On So Hood Prime.
Yeah, man. Get my coaching on.
I see the talent now. I see the talent.
Appreciate it.
And definitely I seen the mentorship in that. I seen like you were like the leader and everybody's looking up to you and like you were a strong character just in that little short piece.
Yeah, I tend to take my life experiences and it's easier for me to translate it to acting.
Did you have to cry in this film?
I did cry in this one, I think. Then I did cry in this one.
It was one. Yeah, it was one. I can't give it away, but I think it was the same.
Yeah. Matter of fact,
Was it the whole eye drop thing, or you actually pull them out?
It's like real deal. It
Just
came from me.
dig deep in with the emotions.
Yeah.
Felt like you was there.
Yeah.
What's the inspirations? What are your inspirations for film?
It honestly,
Ice Cube.
I'm gonna get you high.
no, it's definitely one of them though. He know me well.
Speaking of this, didn't you have like a Ice Cube parody or something like that?
Million views.
Yeah, that's how this guy became a celebrity from that. Or something? What's going on?
Million plus views.
Man, yeah, that was my very first video that hit over 1 million views.
Still on like what, YouTube?
Yep, still on my YouTube channel.
Check it out, man.
Check it out, y'all.
21st Friday.
Okay,
And
I'll put that link in the description too.
And
We're gonna do something new.
And funny enough, the only reason I called it 21st Friday because it was 21 years after the movie had came out at the time. That's why I called it 21st Friday.
Damn, that shit was dope.
But yeah, definitely Ice Cube, definitely one of my biggest inspirations. I mean, he know me too well. But also, definitely, directors like
Tyler
Perry is doing his thing. He's actually doing his thing. I like Tyler Perry, what he's doing, and for the community. F. Gary Gray, you know, John Singleton, rest in peace, John Singleton. Those are like my top two. And then of course like the more like recent ones like Ryan Coogler, like
Man,
that man doing some things.
Ryan
like,
Coogler, man, Black Panther is coming. Black Panther 2 is coming.
Oh, really?
You know, yeah.
like 2021, I think.
And you know, he did
Or
Creed
22.
1, he did Creed 2. So I mean, not Creed. Yeah, Creed 1. Yeah,
he only did the first Creed.
He didn't do Creed 2. Okay,
he
he did Creed 1, but he set it up so you know the storyline could be set. It's like he's really, really like in tune with how the new film should feel.
Right.
Like as far as like the way he pans with certain scenes or the lighting that he uses with certain scenes, like he's very very focused on making sure he has a complete project and there's no flaws in his films.
Even back with Fruitvale Station.
Fruitvale Station was like he captured the emotion with that, you know, and he writes the films, you know, he directs them, he produces, so he's like the total package.
Yeah.
What would you say to upcoming film directors? What would be some of the advice you would give them?
And you know, with that being said, like, and I'm gonna say from based on my personal experiences, like, honestly, what I always say is to practice. Just keep on practicing, do your research, because, like, and have fun with it. Because, like I said, the camera I had years ago, like when I first started, it was like, you remember how those cameras used to look on cell phones back in like 2006 or something like that. That's how my quality was, but I still enjoyed it because of the feel of it. Like, oh wow, I created a video. Like,
right.
So I mean, honestly, just enjoy it, have fun with it.
Be satisfied.
Yeah, exactly. Never be satisfied.
Don't be afraid to make mistakes.
Yeah, exactly.
You're gonna make them, so just go ahead and go for it.
Yeah, I remember making my very first short film in like 2009 or something like that. It was like really silly, and I still have it on my YouTube actually. But it's really silly. But at the same time, I still learned from that. I learned from that alone, and you know, don't be afraid to learn from it. And when you gotta grow, and you're gonna grow a lot of patience from doing this as a whole, because, like, you know, especially the directing part, the editing part is definitely like, ugh. Yeah, editing videos as a whole, and you know, take that time to kind of like really do your research, because it's like it's a lot of depth when it comes to editing videos and projects.
I would say
videos
make YouTube tutorials your best friend.
Yeah.
When I was in school, that was like one of the best ways for me to like understand quickly, you know, because things move fast paced in film and music and stuff like that, so you have to catch on or you get left behind. So you know, YouTube is a big key. Like, it helped a lot of students like get through school, pass courses, you know, because you learn a lot. You can learn a lot about your camera just by going to YouTube and typing in your camera type and what you want to do with it, you know. So just take full advantage of your resources, because they're out there for free now.
Yeah. Like I even seen this video the other day, was like lighting techniques.
You know what I mean?
Like
how it's a big thing on YouTube. How
like,
to
and you can type, and it's so specific now that you can literally like, you could probably be like, how to light this up like they did in Get Out.
Right.
Yeah. And then it'll be right there. You know what I mean? And it's like, I like sometimes I even watch I don't know who runs them, but they have like, they had the stunt doubles up there, and they ask the stunt doubles what they think about this film and how realistic is it, you know, because you can learn a lot from them guys. They be like, hey, well, this kind of doesn't look real, so you could take that information and be like, I don't want to do that in my film, because those stunt doubles, not the stunt doubles, the actual real people, like, you got the real martial artist, so he's watching the IP Man movie, he's like, well, that's kind of like not realistic. So you take bits and pieces from what you learn, and that's how you get a complete project on your own.
Yep. You ain't had no stunt doubles in this movie, right?
Nope. Yeah, like even the fight scenes that we shot, that's all them. Like that's
a real black eye, huh?
Nah, I won. Yeah, no black eye. No black eye.
30-0, folks.
We definitely, I definitely felt the after effects once I got home, though.
Oh, man.
I can see, like, I see why The Rock get paid a lot of money, because, man, I only went to the ground a few times, and I was like, oh, you know what? We might need to get some insurance for this film.
We good.
Let's talk about the, so we got the film and all that stuff, dealing with music. Who makes the, you know, the ambient sounds and the, you know, the build-up music, and who makes the and where you getting your, like, your music soundtracks from, like, you know, the actual song performance
Right.
that's on the movie.
Now, on the surface, let's just say like songs in general. Of course, reach out to various artists on that note, including him and stuff. Because what we're going to shoot the video to 16, which is from his Growth. So that's kind of like because it relates to the movie in a way, in a big way actually.
Yeah, it captures the essence of like 16 is basically a song where I'm predicting like from the age of 16 that I would be on the big screen. I would be chasing these dreams of being a bigger person, and just describing it as a kid. And it kind of ties in directly to the film because now we're adults trying to film this movie, trying to get this done, and you have all these obstacles in the way. So yeah, that's on my album Growth, and it just fit perfectly. It had nothing to do with the film, but the way my music work is very realistic. I go based off my real life experiences, so it's kind of easy to translate it to something like this.
Right.
And what about like the ambient music and stuff like that?
As far as that goes alone, like there's actually websites that provides a lot of that. Like Epidemic Sound is definitely a good one. So that's where I get a lot of that stuff from. And it got like mood types, different genres from moods, everything that you're looking for. So so to anyone that's actually trying to find things like that, that's a start. But if you know someone that's good at that too, that's always the best way to do it. But as far as the music itself, like I do reach out to people specifically, and I already have certain songs for specific scenes, or like it's almost sometimes it's hard for me to describe what I'm actually looking for until I actually hear it. So that's a little flaw I have sometimes, but when I see it and hear it put together, I know exactly where it's supposed to fit in. So yeah.
So where do you see yourself in the future of directing?
Ooh. So that is a good one.
So Hood 3.
People are, it's crazy. People already asking about that. It's like, hey, you got another Soul Hood coming out? I want to be in it. Like, I'm already getting that. But to be honest with you, like, just to continue building from what I'm doing now, create like a short film universe in a way. Eventually get a studio, like in the future. Like I've always wanted to get like a film studio at some point.
They can do like a lot of green screens and set up backdrops and
right. Like I want to create like a platform for the up and coming filmmakers or the veteran filmmakers that would like to take a look at everything. So that's like one of my ultimate goals, to have my own film studio. So and even I would also like to teach, like do a film class at some point. Once I kind of master everything, like I've always wanted to do something to give back to the community in a way, and not even and do like tutorials and stuff like that. So once I feel like I'm at that level, then I will go ahead and move forward with that. But that's kind of like some of my ultimate goals.
You said, did you have like another little movie clip or something from another movie you're working on?
Oh, not as of right now, but
I thought you were providing me with some other clip of some other movie.
Well, the only thing I really have, because I have like other things from the past films I've done. Of course, I mean I got many of them from the original Soul Hood as well. For those that wants to get caught up with the characters and learn the characters, because that's kind of like the original Soul Hood. That's when you learn about the characters and meet them for the first time, and that those personalities carry over to the new story. Right. But the new story kind of has bigger challenges as well. So it's like, we know these guys, but how are they gonna handle this? So, but the step back a little bit. But yeah, I do have clips from the original as well. That's online, the trailers, things like that. And then I got the on the Friday parody that I did. I have some stuff on that as well. But other than that, nothing like beyond that as of yet. But the only thing I will mention is I do have a final trailer on the way as well. It's gonna reveal some new clips that's never been online yet. So that's gonna be an interesting thing. So definitely look out for that. That's really about it.
And what about you and your future of acting?
You're
doing music and acting, right?
Yeah, so I'm just continuing to grow. I got an animated project that I'm gonna be a part of. Hopefully, I made some connections with the guy from Queen and Slim. He mentioned that he plans on reaching out to me once he finishes his project. I'm working on something myself. It's gonna be a little bit later on because I'm working on music right now. I just kind of recovered from a car accident, so I wasn't able to perform and stuff. But my album was released and it got a very, very good response. So Now it's just about getting back into the shift of things. Now that the film is over, I can go back into the music, you know, kind of full fledged, and just wait for the right opportunity as far as film. However, because of the opportunities I put myself in position to reach, I'm pretty sure like I'll be in Atlanta at some point on Tyler Perry's studio. If not, I'm speaking that into existence. Like I just, you know, I've seen the growth from other actors here, and you know they made it possible, you know, or they gave me the visual to see what I'm able to accomplish. And then with music, it's just about more growth. My album Growth is out on all streaming platforms. It's about my trials and tribulations, going through depression, suicide, and being a veteran and a father, and just, you know, life. You know, you go through life, and it's you got your dark times and you got your good times. So my album is about going through those spirits and, you know, growing from it. And I got more music coming, like a lot more music. So yeah, a lot of work. It's just a lot of work. God put us in a position to where we're able to do our art and get paid for it. So, you know, you gotta take advantage of that.
Right. You're gonna have to give me some of them links to some of your music too.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
Put that there so you can check out.
Yeah,
his
I can
music.
find me everywhere at Broadway Louie. That's BROADWAY LOUIE. It's the same everywhere you go: Instagram, Facebook, fan page, YouTube, everywhere. Broadway Louie. And the Soul Hood page at Soul Hood Movie on IG, and you go to the Soul Hood Facebook fan page as well. But yeah, you can reach us everywhere. I made sure that.
What about you, Carlos? How can I reach you?
Pretty much at LOS2K6, LOS2K6 everywhere. YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, IG. All of my social media platforms are the exact same. So, and like you said, Soul Hood Movie. That's practically the same for Facebook, IG, Twitter.
And let's tell them again. When's the movie coming out?
Okay.
Where? What time? Where to be?
All right. So
let's tell them.
I'm gonna look at the camera this time because we're talking to the audience. So
February 20th.
February 20th is at
Jacksonville, Florida.
Absolutely. He
AMC Regency 24.
AMC Regency 24.
Yes, sir.
You gotta do the Orlando one though.
Yeah, I gotta do the Orlando one. Yeah. I'm gonna let you.
You gotta do it with excitement though.
And what's the Orlando one?
All right. So Orlando, it's gonna be February 22nd, 11:30 a.m. is the red carpet. The movie's gonna start at noon, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh yeah, tickets are out,
man.
Yeah.
And all the premieres, man. Make sure y'all come to look good so you can get your free shots. You know, we want to show the city love, and of course we're gonna do a recap video and show everyone else how good we looked on that night. If you see the one from last year, you can see we hopped out the stretch Hummer, and everybody was looking spectacular.
Oh man,
you had the news outlets out there, you know, doing interviews and speaking to people. Also, shout out to Black Films Matter.
Yeah,
they've been promoting the film very, very heavily.
Yeah, they've been showing a lot of support.
And Aquavita water, alkaline water. That's one of my sponsors, man. I just love that water to death.
Nice.
So they just show up there and pay for the ticket, or they gotta buy a ticket online?
It's online right now.
Okay.
Yeah, everything's online. Eventbrite for both premieres. There's the Jacksonville and Orlando. But pretty much. But just to pick up what he was saying very quick about last time, it was like that night was unbelievable.
Magical.
It was
magical.
insane.
We filled up. It was to both theaters, both theaters. We filled up both showings, and we did a panel on both sides. We spoke to both crowds before we showed the movie. People asked us questions, and afterwards it was like, you know, a joyous affair. And we're actually having an after party. We're finalizing that information now. But
right.
We will have.
Got you a DJ?
We don't have a DJ for this location. I have one for Orlando, but not for this one.
Yeah. So yeah.
Hello, holla at your boy.
What's up?
Let's get it done.
Yeah, man. So hey, that after party. So it's 2 premieres, 2 cities, 2 after parties in my birthday weekend. So I mean,
woo!
Yeah, it's gonna be epic.
It's gonna be a good weekend.
Yeah, it's gonna be epic.
All right, what's this last thing you're gonna show them? The actual little clip of the movie?
Yeah, we can either that or one of the
trailer thing.
Yeah, we can show them the trailer.
Yeah, y'all can see the
y'all gotta look at the trailer.
The before the last trailer.
Yeah.
So before the final trailer, this the trailer y'all gonna get.
Yeah. So we're
not gonna show y'all the final yet.
Yeah, because we dropped the official trailer back in November. That was the first official. Like we did a debut trailer in July. The official trailer was in November, and the final trailer is actually dropping this month. Probably, you know what? Yeah, in under 2 weeks actually. By the end of this month, the final trailer will be out. So because all the scenes will be done at that time, so it's gonna be revealing some new stuff that's like not been online before. So it's gonna be a dope one. It's definitely gonna be dope.
All right, here's the trailer for Soul Hood Prime. We got Carlos, the director.
Yes, sir.
Broadway, Louie. Let's get it. Jack's Local Radio Show.
Let's go.
You have to do what's best for you, baby. And know that you don't owe anybody anything.
It seems been losing its flow a little bit, going through a struggle. But you been listening to the people in your corner? Family?
Sometimes it's just hard.
Don't mean my mother not doing too well.
And she's only human. We all make mistakes.
Look on their face when they see me.
You think they killed him? We can investigate. It wouldn't hurt to swing by.
Wrap up what you're doing and make your way back to your patrol cars.
Hold on.
Detective Richards, this is Detective Henry.
I don't need you speaking for him. He can speak for himself. Who are you?
Detective Henry.
Okay.
And this is above your pay grade, guys, so slide out.
Man, I'm glad to see y'all boys back in the game.
Man, I'm a black Leonardo DiCaprio, man. You know this.
Our movie just tells a story. We're just trying to be a voice for the people.
We got some business to handle. Ready?
Surprise.
Just a matter of time. They don't even know what's gonna hit them.
It's been forever since I seen you though.
4 or 5 years?
I'm all over time, so let's get this money.
We got a gang war on our hands.
I told you, DJ, man, Mike is a good dude. Sister is grown enough to make decisions for herself. I know it's tough and I know it's hard to see the light, but you gotta think more positive.
You've gained a lot of support from your own city. You've got to prove that you've got the best story out there. I believe in your vision, fellas.
We won't let you down.
And all we need to do now is come to an agreement.
Pop saw this before he got killed.
A superhero don't always win.
Let's do this dance, bitch. Let's do this.
Trying to find out what this shit mean. My shit means me. My life on the big screen. A bit strange, chasing diamonds and it glistening. The rich friends, I knew this would come at 16. At 16, trying to find out what this shit means.
If you'd like to help support the show promoting local talent, please cash app us at $money Jack's Local Radio Show.
Duval!